Well, how do you do, buckaroos? This is Joe Layton of Cowboys and Indians magazine, and I'm very pleased and proud to be introducing you today to LaMonica Garrett. Of course, he doesn't need any introduction to many of you if you've been watching lately, him doing all sorts of heroic and maybe not so heroic things on the terminal list. And you will soon be seeing him in another exciting series, Lioness, which I think pretty much establishes him as a card carrying member of the Taylor Sheridan Repertory Company.
Yeah.
But we're here today to talk about another Taylor Sheridan series, of course, 1883, which is now available on hardcore media. And by that, I mean DVDs and Blu-rays. You can just, have them in your home and, put them on your shelf. It's a place of honor. So first off, good morning, LaMonica. And are you still saddle sore from 1883?
I think I got over most of the saddle soreness, but I have been riding since 1883, and I got to ride in the Bill Pickett Rodeo maybe about a
Oh
month
my
and a half
gosh.
ago. Yeah, that was amazing. Just a grand entrance. I didn't, compete or anything, but it was great being out there with all those, all those cowboys, and it was a fun experience.
Well, I have to ask this now in retrospect. Did you know going in that this was going to be a limited run series? That it was only going to be, you know, 8 or 10 episodes?
Yeah, we knew going in that it was a one-off, and reading the scripts, each script as it got later and later into the season, it was a little bit more impactful and a little bit more emotional, and you saw like, you know this can only be one season, but you shoot it and you see how wildly successful it was, and you catch lightning in a bottle. Some studios may try to, it was supposed to be a one-off, but people loved it, so let's figure out a way to keep this going.
Hmm.
But Taylor Sheridan fashion, like he does it, he knows what he wants, and the story is going to keep going in 1923. And that's what I love about Taylor. He sticks to it no matter how much money could be made over here. That's not the story right now, so let's stick to the evolution of the story.
Well, now in his follow up series, maybe you're going to show up in a lot of old age makeup and tell him about the old days.
Man, that would be amazing. If I had it my way, I'd put the prosthetics on me, and and even in Bass Reeves, like, hey, let Thomas and Bass, let them, hang out and get a beer or something real quick before he goes and, arrest some more people.
Oh
But
gosh.
that would be amazing. I don't know if that happened, but yeah, I'd be all game if it did.
Well, the time would be right. There could be a possible. Well, wait. Now the Bass series is going to be 1883 too. So that's. Oh well. We're talking about Bass Reeves, folks.
Yeah.
The the legendary hero who many claim was the real inspiration for the Lone Ranger, but
Yeah.
we won't get into that conflict. Wink, wink. Um, I, what is your fondest memory of 1883? I mean, I've looked at the series a couple of times, and I thought, oh well, this must have been a great day for this person. This must have been, but for all I know, it might have been something entirely different for you. What's your favorite memory of the show?
I got so many of them from that show. We were together every day for months. So just the bonding with the cast, like we're lifetime friends now. It wasn't just, you shoot it and everybody goes their separate ways. We're still all in very close contact with each other. Uh, if I had to narrow it down to just certain episodes or days on those episodes, it'd be tough. The bond I created with Sam, Sam Elliott, in front of camera and off camera, was special. Um, and just, a little kid, you grow up, cowboys and bandits and robbers and chasing trains and whatever it is. I got to get on a horse day in, day out and chase bandits. I learned how to ride a horse. That was, a big thing for me, and now I want to keep writing. I told my wife I want to get a ranch down. She's not really buying it right now, but that's a whole nother. Yeah, I'm gonna wear it down, as time goes on. But just yeah, there's so many experiences, life experiences that from that show that I'm taking with me, and it's hard to pinpoint just one.
Well, speaking of wives, LaMonica, I noticed that particularly on Twitter, you have been frequently posting pictures of yourself shirtless and showing off. And every time that happens, my wife is like, "Oh, look, there's that actor you like." It's like, "Yeah, honey, I wish you wouldn't have noticed that." Um, you just make me feel more inadequate than I am.
No, not at all. Not at all. I know how to find my light. I got good lighting during my workout, so that's the secret of everything. You just got to get that good light. That's all.
Yeah, that's very kind of you to say, LaMonica. But going back to your bonding there on the set with Sam, we've all seen movies, TV shows, where, oh, these are lifelong friends and they're doing this and that. And you can't believe that, they met each other more than like 5 minutes before they started shooting. It's like, you half expected sometime, during a conversation. And what's your name again? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, and yet you two guys just took to each other, I understand, just right away, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes that magic happens. Sometimes it's a slow burn. Sometimes you bump heads in the beginning and you have that talk, and that talk is good because from that point on, everything is great. And me and Sam just found that magic right away. And I'm grateful for it. You find out you're working with, a Hollywood icon like Sam Elliott, and you're like, oh wow, you have no idea how this is going to turn out. I got to show up and bring my A game. I hope he's cool to be around. You have all these things going on. You read stories. Everyone that I've talked to that has known Sam said he's a beautiful human being. So that lightened the nerve level for me going in. And when I met him, everything they said was true. And he's the genuine article.
Well, except for the Duttons, and you could make a point, you can make the argument that it wasn't an entirely happy ending for them. Uh, you had maybe the only happy ending, I've got to say, on the series. I mean, you and your lady made it to where
Yeah,
you wanted to go, and you're putting down stakes. And if there would be a spin-off series, this loving couple making their way as a pioneer family.
that would be
Uh,
amazing.
did you
Yeah.
ever give any thought about what happened to them down the line? You and Nomi.
Me and, we joke about it. Me and Graciela, Noemi, we talk about, people like, where are they now? Like Thomas is probably somewhere in the back chasing them kids around because they're not listening to him, like somewhere down by the water. But that would be fun to look in on years from now, just to what are they doing in the Willamette Valley? Like that would be very cool. That'd be a fun peak. Because
Mhm.
yeah, like you said, that was the only happy ending, and that was amazing for me. Like to see that go on. Thomas was he was full of hope, and he talked about these kids. Like, wonder if one of these kids raises a kid that changes the world. I think he told that to Shay at one point. And now Thomas is he's the one responsible for raising these two kids that might change the world. You just don't know. So the hope he had, you know, I think if something would have happened to Thomas, it would have been, it was a dark series anyway, but that was a glimmer of light, like that the series needed, this guy to have a happy ending, because he was always hopeful. He was the hope of the series.
Yes, yes, indeed. Now, even now, though, do you still have people come up to you, when you're in line at the grocery store or going to the gym or something, and hey, you were that dude in 1883, right?
You know what's funny is people don't. I lost myself in that role. Me as a person, I had the grays everywhere. I had the full head of hair that was like I didn't look like it. People were, they say when they find out it was me, like, oh, what was that like? They aged you up. I'm like, nah, that's just I grew out everything and didn't dye my beard. Like that was all me. But I don't get recognized as much for it. But when people do realize like that was me, then it turns into like just tell me stories like you guys were amazing. Me and my family watched that show. That was the one show we watched together every week. And if one person wasn't there, we would pause it and wait for everyone to get there and watch it the same. It was a family environment show and a bonding experience for the family. So that's what I get a lot when they do find out it's me, but I don't get recognized as much, especially bald head now. You
Mhm.
know, the beard's not white.
Mhm. And you're not, wearing the outfit, the
Yeah, the
but
signature Buffalo Soldier jacket. That
there
was a
you
big
go.
part of it. Yeah.
There you go.
And no
When
one
I
knows like I'm, underneath Thomas, he always had layers on. He
Mhm.
had big clothes on. So, people see me and like, oh wow, you're a big guy. Like, yeah, well, all that bandoleros and like, it was all concealed, but yeah, yeah.
Did they let you keep the suit, the outfit?
No, I tried. I even said when it was in Fort Worth, it was at the Cowgirl Museum down there.
Hmm.
I said I might, pull a Thomas Crown affair and you know what I'm saying? I was gonna go walking around and and kind of scout the place, and that Buffalo Soldier jacket might have ended up missing, but I let it go. I'm gonna get it though one day, I'm sure.
Well, now you realize if there's ever like, a dry spell in your acting career, and I don't think there ever will be, but you could go to the, conventions, the comic book sci-fi circuit for your role in the Arrowverse.
Yeah,
Uh, and then there are SCAD's Western convention for 1883.
yeah.
Uh, and I'm thinking, well, tell me a little bit about Lioness, and maybe what sort of outside activities that might spawn.
Yeah, Lioness, it's a program that I didn't know about that the CIA has where they train women soldiers to infiltrate terrorist cells. Like for men, there's so many places that we can't go to, especially with religion, with the Islamic culture that you just can't go. Like women are, they're covered up, they're concealed, and for religious rights, you can't touch them, you can't ask them to take stuff off. You have to be respectful in that way. Where men can't go, women can go. So you have these female soldiers, these women soldiers that are trained in combat and all these, everything that their counterparts, the men, and they're able to blend in and to infiltrate these terrorist cells. And it's fascinating. Like I'm reading more and more about it. And yeah, I'm back in the military. We're like a JSOC group. Some are Navy SEALs, some are Green Berets, and we come together and we're the team.
So how much? I know you had to go to cowboy camp uh, to get yourself in shape for 1883. What did you do to prepare to play a woman? I mean, this is going to be really a quite a stretch for you, isn't
Yeah, I'm good, but I'm not that good. Yeah, that'd be something. Put a wig on me and let me infiltrate. That's funny.
the role of a lifetime? You'll get
Yeah,
that Emmy. You'll get that Emmy award yet, LaMonica.
yeah,
I gotta
it'll be
say.
coming. Yeah, I'm kicking that door down. I'll be there.
Well, thank you very much. You've been very generous with your time. And I guess you figured it out by now that you are a big Cowboys and Indians reader favorite. And we're going to be keeping an eye out for you, whatever you pursue. But, we want to see you on a horse again real soon, right?
Yeah, and my agent and my manager knows that very well. And yeah, that's high up on the list. And I might be talking to you sooner than you may think about something else that's going on in a couple of months. I can't talk about it now, but it's I'll be back down in the Fort Worth area. Uh
Oh,
yeah,
great.
so yeah, we'll be talking soon.
Well, from your mouth to God's ear. Thank you very much, LaMonica. Thank you very much. And right now, 1883, it is available on Blu-ray and DVD, and wherever you get your old school entertainment. So, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having